Good evening, guys, and welcome to LFR Tuesday Night Racing, and we're here at the United States Grand Prix for round 5. I'm here tonight with Lee once again. Been a couple of weeks, I think, Lee.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since, I think it was Hungary when we had problems with the lobby and that, but
yeah, it was.
Hoping all things go well today.
Yeah, let's hope so. I do really like the US Grand Prix, and it looks like in the first part of qualifying we're going to have a dry spell, and we've got 16 drivers tonight. We've got about 4 drivers that couldn't make it tonight, so we've got a couple of reserves in their place. We've got Schiffer and we've got Taylor, who's come back to Tuesday just for one night only, back in the McLaren as well. And I think that is just about... Oh no, we've got Phoenix as a new driver. We've got another new driver in who couldn't make it in time, so he'll be here next week. And Avinash is back from his full-time role in a reserve position at Haas for tonight. But everyone else was here last week. Obviously the start last week for 3 of the drivers didn't go too well. They only lasted about 50 metres. So let's just hope they do a lot better this week, Lee.
Yeah, it's just hoping that there's not any dramatics into turn 1. I mean, there's plenty of space there, so yeah, just hope we'll end up getting a good race, and hopefully people are a bit careful at the S section, not to get too many penalties.
Yeah, well, obviously
easy section.
It is very greedy on the penalties in the S's, you are right, and obviously we did have this race in Monday night last week, and that was quite an eventful race, to say the least. And obviously we had Vietnam last night, which was I had a little look back at it. Wasn't so good for me. Where did you come last night, Lee? Actually,
9th, I think. I didn't have a very good race, to be honest. I was mostly near the end. I just messed up, broken wing, and pit crew didn't change it, and it just went
from bad to worse. So
pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah, so just if you're watching, take a look at last night's video at Vietnam. That was round 6, and obviously round 5 tonight, a week behind here in Tuesday. And yeah, we're here in Texas. I'm on board with Mars at the minute, who obviously was one of the 3 that were out before turn 1. Was a really very strange incident. It was really quite a racing incident, to be honest. It was just something to behold, really, Lee, wasn't it? After the race, it wasn't the best time out. But we're going to see what Mars can do. We'll get some of the Delta times up for everyone in the track map. I think, who's the first man to cross the line? I think it's Taylor might be the first. Oh, he's already invalidated his lap time, so that's not very good from Taylor. And the legendary ice cream van there in the background from Lee there.
That was a lot louder than before, for some reason.
It was a lot louder than before for some reason. And Santan, he's got a couple of guys in his way there. That was unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver. He was held up by his teammate, to be honest, and that really wasn't great. He gets a big kick of the old oversteer there out of the S section. The sort of homage to Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone. We're coming down the long back straight here. This is one of the prime overtaking opportunities of the track, really. You can say, Lee, down into this left-hander here.
Yeah, it's heavy braking zone, so you could get a chance to brake later than your rival and put your nose in.
And it's also really good, this section as well, for wheel-to-wheel racing all the way through, all the way up to this turn 16 and 17, I think, here at USA. And also another homage to turn 8 at Turkey And we're coming around the final corner for Stanton. Won't be the best lap because he did get held up in sector 1 and he was 1:32 dead. And we're going to see what Mars can do across the line now. I think he's the next driver to set a time. He is. He does a 31.2. So that was quite a bit faster there, Lee, than Stanton at the minute. We're going to see a Williams driver cross the line to start his lap, and I think we got Stuvica. He's just about to finish his lap, and he does with a 34.4, so he's definitely got a lot more in his pocket there to carry on.
Mahid with a 31.1.
That was a very good time from the Haas driver of Mahid, obviously a Dane, and in obviously probably Kevin Magnussen's car from last year, obviously not here this year. Got a new pair in the Haas, of course, the Schumacher and Mazepin, that's it, in the Haas for this year, so a rookie lineup for them. We've had some new, a few more drivers coming through. Phoenix in the Ferrari, a 33 dead, a rookie for LFR, Choosing Light Racing, who was first outing for the Ferrari team. Milan Massimo has just set a time of 32.3, so these times in the middle of the pack at the minute. These 3 times are quite close at the moment. We've got a couple of other guys on the lap. We've got got Schiffer on the lap, who is reserving for Iggy Combo for the next 6 weeks, so prepared to see this man in the Williams for the foreseeable future, as he's just gone wide. And Bazaboy not setting anywhere near his best sort of time there, I don't think, with a 35.5, sorry. So I definitely think he's got a lot more than that. Stuvicar is coming around, I think, to do another lap. Too sure, I think he might have just done one after the other on the bounce. I think Phoenix is doing one after the other as well, Lee. And Valouz actually is just snatched that first place in Q1 at the minute. Just snuck up us on there, Lee, with a 30.6.
I was just looking at just with you mentioning Schiffer there covering for Iggy Combo. I was looking at the comments there, and Iggy Combo's saying hoping for a good race for everyone. He'll be keeping an eye on it. Wish he was racing. If he wasn't injured, then he would be. So hopefully get well soon there, Iggy.
Yeah, definitely get course, get well soon, Iggy. I didn't say that earlier, so apologies to Iggy. I hope you enjoy watching along with us. And Avinash setting a 32.8 in 8th place. So the times.
Plaza Boy was in the wall at pit entry there.
Oh, he's got to be careful not to be knocked out in Q1. Obviously, there's only going to be one driver knocked out in Q1, as we only have 16 drivers. So it's pretty much for everyone a bit more of a practice session. So, but it is going to be interesting to see who drops out, because I feel like a lot of these guys are quite competitive. So it might only be a couple of tenths in it at the back of the grid. So we're seeing Stuvicar coming into the pits quite late there. I don't really see too many people on a lap at the moment. Taylor's still not set a lap. And we've got Drismic just coming out of the pits now to set his first time. We've still got time for another run after this one. Fatality still hasn't come out the pits. Obviously he was a front runner last time out, so he's just waiting as well. And Mitch is just coming into the first corner. He has got the gearbox glitch, Lee.
Oh, that is seriously just annoying.
It is very irritating, of course. But we're just seeing how Mitch will do, as he's just setting his first lap. So I'm going to stick with the pain here, Lee.
No worries. I'm just 2 seconds.
No worries. Yeah, so he's just coming up towards this back straight of the DRS zone, and that rear wing is wide open as he's getting up to around 200 miles an hour, and he comes on the brakes and gets down into second gear, about 50 miles an hour on apex, third, fourth, up to fifth, then we're braking again down to second, quick shift up, minimise wheel spin on exit, and coming up through the gears again. Obviously sorry about the gearbox glitch there, it really isn't a nice sound as he's coming through turn 16, 17. Mars has retired from the session. He definitely thinks he's going to get through, and there is only one driver to be eliminated, as I said before, as Mitch comes around the final couple of corners now. What time is he going to set? And he goes 4th fastest, Lee, with a 31.3.
Nice. Honestly, in all honesty, I think we might see a couple of drivers into the 129s today. I mean, we're not far off it, and it's only Q1 at the moment, so
Yeah, but
don't think it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't think people are giving it their all at the moment, but yeah, we never know.
I'm just
nothing right now.
I'm just with the Schiffer at the minute. If you want to just be with them for a second, Lee, 'cause I've just got something to do on social media at the minute.
Yeah, it's no worries.
He's just coming towards the end of his lap anyway.
Yeah, so easy. Goes to the other way. Oh! Just gets into that dip, just that wee bit of too much, putting throttle down. And into the penultimate corner. Around the final turn, misses the apex a little. Gets a time of a 1:36.6 on the mediums.
Drismick's having to have another go, Lee, because oh no, sorry, Drismick's not having another go. It was Mitch, wasn't it? It was his teammate. So you see what Drismick does across the line. Does a 32.4. This midfield's pretty closely.
Yeah, it's quite cool for some parts, right? I mean, let's see, from first place down to 11, you know, like 2 seconds. That's me, to be honest, but yeah.
I'm just going to see what Taylor does, Lee, in a second, as he's about to come across the line.
Ooh. Flying the boy up to second.
And got fatality as well. Probably he's invalidated his time, Lee. So, oh, I don't know if he looks like he's probably going to have to try and go again at some point. Stubacar is on the lap, Lee. I'm just still doing what I was doing. So some of these guys, its fatality is definitely in danger at the minute, Lee, as he invalidated his lap time, and obviously I don't know what he's going to do. He might have to come into the pits to put some fuel in the car.
I think you were running out lap there. Got what you are at. Nope, he's going for it. I think he's the way to go for it.
Yeah, he is going to go for it.
I just seen him turning up the ERS there.
See how he does through turn 1. Just takes the apex nicely, yeah. He's invalidated his time.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very close for him to go in the pits now. The thing is, he just really needs just to get a time on the board. At least.
He's not needing to push it, to be honest.
Milan Massimo is retired from the session.
Oh! He's
So
crashed. He's crashed.
so does that mean he's going to be the man out?
No, the time still to beat is a 36.6.
Yeah.
The only reason it's putting him down to 15th is because when it goes into Q2,
Yeah.
he will be starting. It was pit entry. It was pit entry that he crashed that and done exactly what Bazaboy done. But yeah, the reason it puts him down into 15th for the moment is because, well, in Q2 it's going to put him. He's going to be in 15th anyway. It's not being able to set a time. So that's unfortunate for him.
Fatality is going again, Lee, and he obviously has enough fuel on board, so let's see what he can do this time. We're definitely going to stick with Fatality. He's the only man not to set a time. He was right up there at the start of Hungary, and there's a Mercedes on the apex of turn one. That was not ideal for the Ferrari man there, with him coming in to the S's now left, right, and back to the left again. This is a longer right-hander where it goes into sort of a double apex into this quick left-hander, carry the speed into this uphill right-hander, and be careful on traction through the exit of the next left-hander now down the hill towards a heavy braking zone, medium to heavy braking zone, down towards the DRS straight where you need to get your exit really spot on, which he does, and he hasn't invalidated his lap time just yet, Lee, so it's still game on for Fatality at the minute.
Yeah, Taylor McKenzie retired from the session, so he's clear to go through. He's happy at this time.
Spot on with that line through the left-hander of turn 15 through 16, 17 through turn 18, final corner. And what time is he going to set? Third fastest with a 30.81 off Bazaboy at the moment, 2/10 off first place in Q1.
So I'm riding on board with Stanton right now. He's just in sector 3, coming up to the, I think it's the triple or quadruple right-hander.
It's quadruple, I think. Who are you with, sorry, Lee?
Stanton.
Yeah. I don't know how he didn't invalidate there.
Yeah, that was threading the needle there.
He did improve his time, but he didn't improve position.
Oh.
Shifter's on an outlap. He's definitely not going to be able to get round.
No, he's left it too late, unfortunately.
So Fatality is no, he's not going to be able to go again. I thought he was going again there, but he wasn't. He wasn't in low battery mode. So I don't think there's anyone really on a lap now. Maybe Drizmek is coming into the final corner. He's going to improve on his 10th position. Big lock up into the final corner. He does goes 8th fastest, a bit closer to his teammates. And I think that is the end of Q1.
Phoenix.
I'm not too sure actually. I think our timing screens are completely wrong because a lot of these guys are on outlaps, and there is no. Oh, I say that shifter is crashed into the wall. I just cut to him.
Seen a few people doing just the one lap, quite a few people doing couple, but most people doing 3 laps. As much as 3 laps on the same set of tyres.
Yeah, well, we've only got Drismic we're waiting for now. Obviously, the checkered flag is out now. And we've got Drismic just about to complete his final lap of Q1. Seeing if he can improve once again. I'm sure this is probably just a bit of practice for him. He's very low on battery now. He has got just enough to complete his lap, and he doesn't. He just dives into the pit lane. So we'll just wait for that for just a few moments. So yeah, we're just waiting for Drismic to go into the pits, and the session will be over and we'll be into Q2 in just a few moments time. So yeah, the top three to top this session was Veloose, Bazaboy and Fatality, and we only lost one. Oh, sorry, we've lost two drivers actually. We've lost Milan Massimo, obviously, because he crashed out, and Schiffer, who also crashed out. Oh, crashed out. No, sorry, he didn't crash out at all. He just didn't make the session. Go on, Lee, sorry.
I was going to say about Milan, it's a bit unfortunate what happened with him, but hey, I've done it myself, to be honest. With this pit entry, it's an easy mistake to make, to just give it a bit too much welly going in and just smack it right into the barrier. So simple mistake to make, but it's one of these you just try to avoid as much as you could. You just see we've got 14 starting in Q2, so I'll be 4 going out before heading into Q3. Just see who's going to be first out on track.
Yeah, we will. We're just waiting for some guys to come out on track. So obviously we will see some medium runners in this session. Because this is obviously the tyres. They will start in the top 10 on at the start of the race. So be sure to see some yellow banded tyres. And I've already seen some Lee coming out of the pit lane.
Yeah, we've got in the comments on the video on YouTube, it's Ron Marina saying, "Let's go Stan, support from Switzerland." So Stan, you've got a bit of a fan base there in Switzerland.
That's always good to see. So yeah, we've got a few guys on out laps now. I think Stanton might be the first man on an out lap in the Alfa Romeo.
No, I think it's Beckett.
Is it Beckett first? Oh, it is Beckett first, you are right. So, yeah, we're just waiting for Beckett to start his lap. Obviously, we've got a mix of tyres at the minute. Some soft runners already going out and deciding not to touch the medium tyres. So we'll stick with Beckett for the time being and see how the Alfa Romeo driver does throughout this first lap of Q2. Yellow flag, final corner. I think that's just a bit of traffic backing up, giving each other some space. Beckett nice through turn 1, easy on the power through turn 2, easy flat in this generation of car through the S's. Maggots and Beckett's light, and he does mess up the third part of the S's as he's coming through this section now. Purple sets 1, of course, first man to set a lap time as he's coming through the left-hander down the hill to the kink.
There is must. I think he's got a wee bit too much throttle going coming out of turn 1. He plugged it into the wall. Just checking to see. He probably has got a bit of damage. Trying to keep out of people's way. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, it's alright.
Yeah, he's got a broken front wing.
Oh, and we see Beckett there having a big kick of oversteer out of that corner. He's taking the shorter line through the corner where he doesn't go right to the edge of the track to turn 15, 16, 17, sorry. And into the final corner, big lock up, and he goes wide. He doesn't invalidate his lap time, but it wouldn't have been the best line through the final corner by any means. We've got his teammate who invalidated his lap time. I'm not sure who is up next. We've got a Renault of Veloce Ayub, and he's coming round the final corner now. Let's see if he can beat Beckett's time. He does by pretty much 2 seconds, Lee.
Yeah, 1.9 seconds. H. Bosworth just 2 seconds behind Ayub there as well, so let's see who's going to be next coming out.
Basil Boy has set a time as well, not beating Veloce's time. Fair play to Veloce, actually. He's done a really super time there with the Stumacar coming in with a 34.9. He's going to have to improve with that one for sure. And we had someone else in there. Is it Mitch? Yeah, Mitch has just set a time of a 32.3. So again, it's looking like it's going to be quite close in that top to mid pack there.
That's right. Oh, I need to get something to drink in that. They're riding on board with Taylor McKenzie as he's just started his lap going through the S section. Get something nice, have it nice and tight going through.
Ooh. You definitely got a big kick of oversteer there. It's always a real sticking point there for your oversteer through that corner. It's definitely not a very nice one.
Only one part I hate about this track is the twisty section at the start of sector 3. Is trying to get on the power coming out of that. It's a nightmare at times. Oh, see Stanton just put in a 132.2.
Yeah, so they're getting a little bit closer to Veloce, but still half a second off the Renault driver, so he really did put in a really good time there, and he could feel quite comfortable going into Q3 on medium tyres, Lee.
Maybe you need to wait and see.
As we're seeing Taylor just about to come across the line, and he's had a scruffy final corner, and you can tell 9th fastest penultimate of the guys who have set a lap time at the minute. Phoenix is coming around on those soft tyres, and he's just diving straight into the pit lane, so he's going to have another go, but you've got to be careful, of course. You don't want to use too many sets if you want to try and get into Q3. And Mars is just about to set his first lap time on the medium tyres. Drismic is the same. Fatality is on his lap, the Ferrari driver, and obviously Phoenix, his teammate, is just coming to the pit lane to have another go in a few moments time, but his Fatality looks like he's just done a purple sector 1, it says, but obviously we don't really trust that in qualifying as he comes down towards the tight hairpin left-hander towards the DRS straight. DRS wide open, gives you about 12 miles an hour, about 20 kilometres an hour of top speed. Mitch has left the session though. Are you able to send him an invite if possible? Thank you. And Fatality is coming around the start of Sector 3. It's really tight and twisty the start of it, and then it really speeds up towards the end of the lap through this flat out right hand curve, and then 3 apexes uphill and then back down the hill again. There is a fair bit of elevating change here at USA. He's coming around the final corner now, and he invalidated his lap time at the final corner. And that is not good for the Ferrari driver, as you see his teammate just coming out of the pit lane now.
It's one of the worst places you want to mess it up.
That definitely was one of the worst places to mess it up. Let's see if Mars can set a decent lap time. 5th fastest, 32.55, and 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. He's going to have to be quick to get back into the pit lane and get another set of tyres on, maybe the softs, because there isn't too much longer left in this session. And Mitch has now rejoined the session. He's looking quite comfortable in 4th place at the minute though. He hasn't got too much to worry about. The 2 Ferrari drivers really do have something to worry about at the minute, as Fatality invalidated his lap time at the final corner a few moments ago, and then of course invalidated his next lap. So I don't know if he's got enough fuel to go again, but we'll have to wait and see with 5 and a bit minutes to go. As I said, he is going to be cutting it a little bit tight for time. He will still get out, but he'll only have one more run. And we're seeing Taylor looking like he's going to have another go on these medium tyres. Everyone looking like they're in the pits at the minute though, Lee, pretty much.
Yeah, they'll be waiting for the last minute so they could just blast it. But just looking at the comments there, got a Toby Wood. So looks like you've got a wee fan club out there.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Stan's got a wee fan club. So that's
our local celebrity here.
Yeah, look, I didn't even know. As we're seeing Phoenix coming round these few corners, says he's done a fastest, done a purple sector 1, but I said we don't really trust that all too much. No offence to Phoenix. Of course, down into the hairpin and on towards the DRS straight. And this will probably be his last lap, Lee. Unless he has enough fuel to go again.
Yeah, unless there's that. But in Q2, you really only want to be doing the 1 lap on your tyres to try and save them.
Yeah.
For the rest to get as much out of them as you could.
Well, he hasn't got far to go in his lap left in the lap, and it said he's done 2 purple sectors at the minute, but I don't think it could be true. Of course, he is on the soft tyres, the only man on the softs at the minute, and it might make him safe if he goes to the top. It probably would make him safe at the minute. He does go fastest with a 31.7, and it's, oh my goodness, it's so close to Veloce's time to
1/500th of a second.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's threading the needle. Wow.
Yeah, it's 2 milliseconds. That was really very, very close. But that just shows how good Veloce's time really was. So now we're going to see all these coming out on outlaps, especially the bottom 4 at the minute, bottom 5, bottom 6 potentially, just because they're definitely not feeling like they're too safe at the minute. So I wouldn't be so surprised to see these guys coming out of the pits anytime soon.
You mind taking over for a couple of minutes while I go and get a drink?
Yeah, no worries. and we're just seeing Taylor getting out of the way of Stubacar, who is on a lap, so that was very sensible. Stantan has retired from the session. His fan club must be pretty happy with his third position at the minute, but Stubacar is not going to be happy with that, as he's invalidated his lap time, so I don't think he's going to improve anymore. His teammate is obviously out, so the Williams pair are towards the back of the field, where obviously in real life they have found themselves all too often. And got some guys on outlaps now. We've got 4 drivers on outlaps. Fatality is on a lap on the medium tyres once again, so we'll stick with him. He's leaving it to the last second. He's going to have one final dance of this track, and let's see if he can get it sorted to get in to Q3 as he's coming round. He has got a little bit of traffic ahead of him by the looks of things, but it is a little bit down the road. Not too sure what car that is. It's a Haas driver of Mahid, which he does nicely get out of the way, the Ferrari driver, and he's now coming down this long DRS straight. It's a good 5 to 8 seconds on the full throttle down this straight. It's a really good opportunity for overtaking purple sector 2 for the Ferrari man. We're just coming into this really twisty part of sector 3, as we said before. Really good for overtaking. Expect to see a lot of battles through that section later on, as he's taking the tightest line. He goes very close to invalidating his lap time again. He's really throwing everything and the kitchen sink at this lap, and he drifts out the final corner, and he goes third fastest, and not too far away from Veloce's time. And we look like we've got some drivers now on soft tyres to make sure they get through. Stubacar obviously not going to get through. H. Bosworth has invalidated his lap time, so he's not going to be able to improve. I think that is it for the bottom 4. And yeah, so Drismic is out of the session in 14th. 13th will be Stubacar, I think, unless he has something else to say about it. I think he might just be on the lap having another go. I think he had time to have another go, and Bosworth won't have time as he invalidated his lap time. So we'll see if Stubacar can get through, because everyone else looks like they're going to be safe. And he is 13th at the moment with a 34.5. He needs a 33.6 or better to get through. And he doesn't improve enough, and he stays 13th fastest. Maybe he should have gone onto the soft tyres, but that isn't the greatest for the Williams pair. 16th and 13th for the USA Grand Prix. And we've seen Taylor put in a stonking lap on the soft tyres there with a 31.4. I don't know how many other drivers we've actually got left in the session. He's just crossed the line. That is it for Q2. Just waiting for Fatality, I think, to be pushed into the pit box. There he is there, just waiting for him to go into his garage, and we'll get ready for Q3 in a few moments' time. So Taylor topped the session on the soft tyres. Pretty much everyone is on the medium tyres into Q3. 8 drivers, only the top 2 starting on the soft. So yeah, Taylor is first, Phoenix is second, and Veloce is third. Drivers not joining us for Q3 are Drismic in 14th, 13th is Stubacar, H. Bosworth is in 12th, and Beckett is in 11th. Hi mate, could you invite Mitch again, please?
Yep.
He's left the session again. Yeah, so now we're into Q3. The only two drivers went into Q3 on the soft tyres. That was Phoenix and Taylor. Everyone else are on the mediums for the start of the race in the top 10.
There we go, sent an invite.
So yeah, Mitch has now rejoined the session. We've got a couple of guys coming out on to the circuit. I think it's Bazaboy is first. So obviously we've got 12 minutes of the session, 11 minutes remaining. It's the first driver out with a minute pass. We usually only see 2 laps in Q3. It's that's usually the amount of tyres they have left. And pretty much always don't have enough time to do any more than 2 laps. So this will be the first run for everyone. And there's usually a little bit of a mix-up for the second run with drivers going out at different times, but pretty much everyone has gone out straight away, apart from a Mercedes driver and of Mitch and Taylor. So as I said, Lee, I think Bazaboy is the first man to do a lap, and then I think it is Stan Tan with his worldwide fan club watching, and I think we've got a Ferrari after that of a fatality, and I think it's Phoenix's teammate will be next, so just keep an eye on the people behind if you don't mind, but we'll stick with Bazaboy at the minute in the McLaren back again. Let's hope we can do a little bit better than we did last week in the race. Fantastic qualifying, of course, starting on the medium tyres on pole position. The only man to start on medium tyres as well. It's just a shame we couldn't see his full race potential. We'll see if we can see it tonight in the USA. And he's coming through the S's now, got to be super committed. He has got his teammate ahead of him with Taylor, just hoping to just get out of the way, which he did. It was a tricky section to get out of the way. He did the best he could, and Bazaboy coming in to this left-hand hairpin. It's also a very good place to try and make a move. There will be a lot of switchbacks you'll see here, hopefully in today's race. And it's looking like a pretty tidy lap in a minute lead from Bazaboy.
Yeah, I'm just reading on board, I don't know if the quality seems to be alright now. You see Taylor came out on the medium tyres. Notice that there.
Oh, that's strange. So we'll see what Taylor will do on the medium tyres. Bazaboy coming around the final couple of corners, and he invalidates his lap time into the penultimate corner on the apex. Took a little bit too much. We won't see a time from him. Stan Tan is next. We'll go top of the standings just by default at the minute. 32 dead. Mahid beats that by about 2/10 with a 30.8. And Fatality beats that by around by about 4/10. Yeah, sorry, I had a bit of a brain freeze there. Avinash in 4th place. Mars coming around the final corner now, being the next man to set a time. Where's it going to put him? Second fastest, 30.6. And Bazaboy, I don't know if he's, I'm not sure if he's going again. No, he's not. So we'll see what happens later on with him. We have got Taylor on a lap, and he's got a driver. He had Fatality almost getting in his way there. Yeah, but I'm pretty certain Taylor's probably going to be at the back of the field here, Lee. with this time at the minute, with these tyres.
You might just be doing a lap on them to maybe break them in a little. So get maybe a bit scrubbed so they'll heat up quicker.
We're going to see what he does in a few moments' time when he goes into the pit lane. Obviously he's a reserve tonight, so I think he's just trying to give other people a chance. Usually on Monday, back tonight for Tuesday for a one night only special from Taylor. Let's see what he can do. He didn't have the best race in USA last week, so let's see if he can do a little bit better this time out in Tuesday. Santan invalidated his lap time to 6 minutes. He's got enough time to get back to the pits. So yeah, we're halfway through this Q3, and then we're going to obviously get into the 50% distance Grand Prix in about 7 or 8 minutes time. So yeah, we're just having a bit of a quiet moment. Obviously half the grid haven't actually, or half of the top 10 sorry, have not set a time as of yet. Is there anyone really coming out the pits at the minute, Lee?
Phoenix has just came out the pits just there. He's going to start. He's just starting out up into the F section now.
And Buzzer Boy's back out again, nice and early. These will be the last laps for these guys. They're not leaving it to the end of the session, yeah? So we got any more comments as we're just waiting for some of these drivers to start their laps?
From I think it's Barrett saying the Stan fan club is out in force, and then Stan replies, thanks boys. That's about up and out.
Let's see if Stan can do a good race. He's obviously on the second row of the grid at the minute. Fatality is on preliminary pole position at the minute. His teammate Phoenix, the debutant, the rookie, is just about to start his lap any minute now. Just see how Phoenix gets on. She comes up into turn 1. Nice and tidy through the S's there, Lee.
Who was that? Sorry, it was
Phoenix.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to sort out a lot of things here.
No worries. As we're seeing Phoenix coming towards the DRS straight, obviously this is what last lap of qualifying, as we've only got 3 minutes to go, and I imagine he's running as little fuel as possible. We've got a McLaren behind him on a lap, so keep an eye out for him. That would be Buzzer Boy on a lap, not set a time also as of yet. We're seeing a Haskell out of the way, purple sector 2 for Phoenix, it says at the minute. Round this twisty right-hander once again into the penultimate corner, very fast left-hander, got to be so committed on exit and not to run too wide and invalidate your lap, same as this corner here, and he doesn't. Where does Phoenix go? 4th fastest at the minute with a 31.3. He should be happy with that with his first time out, Lee.
Oh yeah, to be honest, I would be, I think in my whole time in these racing I've only managed to get 1 pole position. That's been like what, over a year now.
And Bazaboy is just starting a lap now. I thought he was on a lap, but it didn't seem to be the case. Veloce is on an out lap. The top three are all on out laps. Taylor is the only man on a lap at the minute. He's now on the softs, and I think he's going to have one shot at seeing what he can do in this qualifying session. And obviously Bazaboy also on the lap, his teammate for tonight, through the penultimate corner for Taylor. Doesn't invalidate his lap time coming around the final corner. Be careful on the exit again, which he is, and he goes fourth fastest, knocks Phoenix down to fifth place. Very close for a couple of these drivers at the minute, Lee.
Oh yeah, looking at the time here this way, right, so
we have got Bazaboy next, I think, on a lap. Yeah, I think it is Bazaboy next. We'll see what he can do, as he hasn't set a time, and I think he must have invalidated his lap before, as he's got really quite low battery, so it's all guns blazing now for Bazaboy coming around the final corner. Make sure not to invalidate at the final corner. And where's it going to put him? Second fastest, 30.5. He's on the front row next to the Ferrari man. It's the front three is the same as last week, but in a different order at the minute. But there are some guys just about to start a lap. Mars is about to start a lap as well. And Veloce, there is a man in the on the grass. It's Stanton, and he's retired on track. Well, that is great shame for Stanton, and we won't say it, but we all know what that will mean, and that is unfortunate. Is there another incident?
no, just seen Mahid just invalidating his lap there, but he will be quite annoyed with himself over with it being his last lap. That's him.
Veloce Ayub is coming round the final couple of corners now, and we'll see what he can do. Third fastest for Veloce Ayub on the second row at the moment, and Mars has not been able to improve. Mahid is invalidated his lap time. Avinash, I think, is the last man. I don't think Bazaboy is going again. No, he's not. So Avinash is the last man to set a lap. And obviously Avinash used to do pretty well in the races on Tuesday night before he dropped out of his full-time position. Eighth fastest for Avinash. And yeah, I think that is the end of qualifying, Lee.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Everybody.
I am pretty sure of it. So I think we can confirm that Fatality takes his first pole position for Tuesday night racing in the Ferrari, 7th place for his teammate, the debutant again, Phoenix, and Bazaboy in second, third, Veloce Ayub. Mars is in fourth, Mahid will be in fifth, Taylor will be in sixth, seventh will be Phoenix, Avinash will be in eighth, ninth will be Stanton, and 10th will be Mitch, who didn't actually set a lap lead, which I didn't notice until now, actually. You're right there, Lee. You there, Lee?
Yeah, sorry, I was typing there. I was actually speaking to Mitch there, as I wasn't sure if he managed to get back into the lobby or not.
Is he back in?
Yeah, he's in.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've only got a few seconds left until the start of the race. Obviously we have 16 drivers in the race, and looking good for the Renaults actually, third and fourth.
Yeah, they've been proven to be quite a strong force this season, to be honest. So yeah, just wondered who's going to get be first out of turn one. That's what I want to know.
We will have to see. It is very wide, of course, into turn one, and then on the exit it does sort of tighten up, so it will be interesting to see what happens through turn one, and let's hope we don't have another Hungary from last week. Obviously, it was, as I said, it was quite like Singapore actually in 2017. It was very similar.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's pretty much spot on.
But
Unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, well, we've got 10 seconds to go. Obviously, everyone's picking their strategies at the minute, especially the 6 outside of the top 10.
Just off topic there, this coffee that I made is amazing. I'm loving it right now.
Well, that's good. I already have mine. And yeah, the guys are away at the top of the field, so we're just gonna wait and see what happens. You know what, Veloce is doing, overtaking his. Oh no, he isn't. Sorry, it looked like he overtook his teammate there, but obviously he is actually ahead of him. So yeah, we obviously let's have a check out of what's going on with the tyre situation, Lee.
Yeah, so the only people that have started on softs will be Taylor, Mackenzie and Phoenix in 6th and 7th, and Milan and Schiffer in 15th and 16th. Two people on the hard, that would be Drismic and Becker. Everyone else is on the mediums. So it's quite good.
Oh, Mahid has left the session. What we'll have to do is just message Mahid quickly, telling him not to rejoin until the race has started, because it will glitch the lobby. So if you could do that in Discord very quickly, that'd be fantastic. So as soon as the lights go out, Lee, if you just try and invite him, I'll concentrate on that one.
Yep, on the go.
Just hope his car doesn't cause too many incidents. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. But anyway, the guys are starting to line up on the grid at the minute. Just seeing the last couple of guys. We have got 2 drivers on hard tyres, so keep an eye out for that throughout the race. If we haven't got any safety cars to start off with, that might be a really good strategy for those drivers. So yeah, get ready to invite Mahid in a second. We're just waiting for these drivers to pull up on the grid. We have got 5 lights already, but I don't think they're going to go out like for the right time. Not yet, so we're just going to wait. We're away in Tuesday night racing, and Fatality getting a good start into turn 1, and Veloce has gone round the outside. There's been a few little dings and dongs at the back of the pack and a couple of penalties. Oh, there's been a big crash actually between Drismic
and Stuvica.
And I don't know what happened there. I'm not sure if that's going to be a safety car or not. Shifter has also been involved in that incident as well.
So it was 3 Mercedes cars then.
Yeah, have you been able to invite Mahid back?
Yeah, he's just joined there.
Okay, cool. So Fatality is in the lead of this race. Veloce is in 2nd, and Taylor's in 3rd on the soft tyres. But I don't know what happened with these guys at the back. That was very strange. Did seem a bit of a strange incident to be having. It might have been to do with Mahid's car, unfortunately, but That's
Well,
the
listen,
point.
fortunately he's got a 5-second penalty.
Oh dear.
Right, so that's unfortunate he wasn't even in the lobby.
That was unfortunate, and we haven't had too much movement at the minute for towards the back of the field. And there was an incident. Stantan is out of the race. That could be a safety car. Virtual safety car has been deployed. I don't know what happened there with Stantan. He's obviously lost it somewhere.
I have no idea. Ooh, you see Shepard nearly went right into him there.
And Drismic is having to take evasive action also. We still have got this virtual safety car at the moment. Stantan's left the session, so that is very unfortunate for him. He hasn't been able to finish 2 races this season so far in his 2 starts. So if he has a better time next time out. We've got 4 drivers into the pit lane. The VSC has ended, and the top drivers are all very, very close together at the minute, Lee.
Yes, we've still got up to what, 11 twists, the gap's only 8 seconds, so that's still.
And sorry, Phoenix is going down the inside, and Mitch, what a good try of an overtake there. Only Mitch is fighting back, and they're going wheel to wheel through sector 3, and they're almost touching, but they're trying to give each other enough space. And Phoenix trying to go down the inside. There's a little nudge between the 2 drivers, and Mitch comes back onto the circuit ahead of Phoenix. And that was really good driving between the two drivers there, especially under. Oh no! And Phoenix is spun round. He needs to be careful. Oh, that was such a shame. He was having such a good battle there with Mitch. I'm not sure what happened. He may have cooked it a little bit, and he has lost front wing. And I don't know why he hasn't pitted. But that is now sent him right towards the back of the field. That is a shame. We'll go back to the front, and so the guys towards the front here are all seeming to battle away for first place at the moment. Amnash has got a penalty, and Veloce is still in the crosshairs of Passerboy at the minute, and he's also got fatality right ahead of him, and I think Phoenix is going to go on, say again.
And Mars got on the throttle too early from the back straight there. He was right on the tail end of Taylor there. I'm not sure, but I think he's got wing damage. Yeah, he has. Mars has got wing damage. I think he just got on the throttle just a bit too much. And
yeah.
Just sent him into the wall, unfortunately.
And Milan Massimo has got past Beckett, so he started moving up some places. Mars and Amanash are having a bit of a battle as well. There's yellow flags. I'm not too sure what for. I think Mars has got some wing damage at the moment. 3-second time penalty for Drismic for multiple warnings. He needs to be careful and try and go into the pit lane. Oh, that is a bit of a tricky pit lane sometimes, especially when other drivers don't realise you're going into the pits. He got the car stopped in time. Phoenix is now coming into the pits. He should have done that a lap before, to be honest. And he's going to be in the battle with these guys towards the back. But obviously we could have safety cars or anything like that, so we'll have to wait and see. The front runners, the front 3, Lee, are so close together at the minute.
Yeah, well, just between them, it's less than 2 seconds. Actually, less than a second and a half.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, but Gazably.
Mead's just done the fastest lap on the medium tyres. These 3 guys at the front as well have got a lot of battery at the minute as well. And looks like Veloce is still in second place. Fatality is still holding on to that first position at the moment. We're on lap 4 of 28 in this United States Grand Prix. The top 3 are fighting it out. At the minute, no gap really separates these 3 drivers. We've also got a little battle between Milan Massimo and H. Bosworth at the minute. And Veloce gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not something he's going to want, Lee.
No, it isn't. There's not going to move out the S's there on Shipper, but couldn't make it stick.
This top 3 is still so close together, Lee, but no one's tried to throw the dice at a move just yet. Let's see if Drifter can make a move. Drismic can make a move on Shifter, and he tries to go down the inside on the Williams driver, and they pushed and barged each other. Oh, I don't know what's going on with those two there. Drismic did not give him really any space whatsoever. That was quite poor driving between those two drivers there, Lee.
Yeah, I think it was sometimes, is it?
Yeah, wow. The top 3 are still running the same positions. I think Mitch is going to have a go on Taylor, and Taylor goes to the defensive on the inside line, squeezes Mitch to the outside. They go wheel to wheel through this complex section at the end of sector 2, and he's got the inside, and he has to back out of it. And Taylor did try and give him enough space there, to his credit, and he's still in 4th position. Taylor at the moment. Shifter is retired from the session. I don't really know what happened with Drismic there. But yeah, Schiffer has had to lead the session, unfortunately. That is a shame. We're now down to 14 runners at the minute, but this top 3 is still so close together, Lee. And Veloce is looking in the best position with battery.
Going for a move on the inside down to turn 1. Is he going to manage to make it stick? Oh, he does. But he also picks up a 3-second time penalty.
And so does Taylor now.
Taylor. Oh, eating up a bit now, so.
Yeah, it is. This is getting interesting because those top 3 are still not separated. I don't know if Veloce is going to have a pop yet. He's still waiting. He's been very patient. Boy is still within touching distance, but Veloce still feels safe at the moment. So these guys towards the front are quite close together. I think Mitch needs to really try and get the hammer down to try and catch up to these front runners at the moment.
Yeah, I would like to say it's hustle time.
It is a little bit of hustle time for Mitch at the minute. Yellow flag, and it's that Phoenix spun round again. Yes, it is. And he's really not having a very good first time out. Phoenix at the minute, maybe he just hasn't got a lot of practice in, Lee.
Sometimes it's just your day, and sometimes it's not, unfortunately. I mean, I've had days where I've done a lot of practice about this myself. Other times, no practice, and that'll win the race. Just if you're on board or not.
Mars. Yeah, just at the fastest lap. Yeah. This front 3 now, Lee, I think the gloves are starting to come off a little bit between these guys. Yeah. I think they were just sort of working together at the start to push themselves up the field a little bit away from the next 2 drivers. But I think Bazman is going to have a go, but he's got no battery left, and that's really not put him in a very good position. And Fatality has been using as well. So I think Veloce is in such a comfortable position here. I think he needs to start thinking about having a go in a minute.
Oh, I thought Butterboy was looking down the inside there. He was a way to go and poke his nose in.
these front three are still they've still stayed in the same positions for 7 laps only, which is quite strange, but I think that all might change in a second's time. Bazza goes to the right, back to the left. There's a little bit of movement between the two of them, but I think that was just all right because they weren't too close to the braking zone. But Veloce still holds his second position at the minute, but I think he's going to have to start attacking now and trying to pull away from these two as their batteries are considerably lower than Veloce's, but he's starting to drain his as well now. I think these three are very, very close on pace around here.
Yeah, they are. It's good to see Fatality's managed to get just over a second gap, so that's going to come pull away a little. Yeah, he's starting to go for it now to build up the gap so that Ayub can't get the DRS on him.
Yeah, this is, and of course we're going to start seeing them in about, what, 4 or 5 laps time coming in for pit stops?
Possibly.
I don't know what they're going to go on. Is it going to be the hard tyres? Or they're going to go a little bit longer and someone's going to try and go on the softs? That is definitely something to consider. Obviously we could still have a safety car or something like that.
I think the best strategy would be to do a double soft. You know, so you could just get S section and later on it's a bit
Bazza boy pits, Lee. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh. He's trying for the undercut.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Veloce is now back into DRS. He's got no threat from Bazza boy behind. Now at the minute, and there is a yellow flag.
He hit the broken front wing.
And Drismic has been spun round.
So was Beckett at the last corner.
Oh dear. Everyone's struggling at the minute. I think Mahid's coming around the final couple of corners now.
Beckett, so he's up to speed again.
Phoenix is gonna have a go in a minute. Oh, and they're gonna get lapped very, very soon.
Yep.
By these two guys on lap 9 already. So you
see, Phoenix has just made a move on Drismic there.
yeah, he's moved up a place. So he's obviously on fresh medium tyres, and he's still got a long way to go to Stuvacar. At the moment, Veloce is still behind. Fatality about a second separates the top two. Mitch is in 3rd place. We have seen Mars. We've seen Mars and Bazzaboy having a battle now. I think Bazzaboy had a little bit of lag there. It looked like he was going for some sort of serious lunge. Mars has overtaken on 4-lap old medium tyres. Drismic has retired from the session. So we're just going to see what Mars can do now, Lee. Fatality has now pit, and he's gone on to the soft tyres. So where's Bazzaboy now? He's coming around the final couple of corners. I think Fatality is going to come out well ahead of Bazzaboy. That is very interesting. He comes out just behind Milan Massimo. He's now going to have to get a wriggle on, and Veloce is now clear out in front. So we're going to see when he will pit. And let's see Fatality and see if he can make some overtakes. He's got 2 drivers ahead of him of Milan Massimo first in the Red Bull, and he's so close to the back end. He's got to be patient. You can't take too many risks here, Lee.
No, but yeah, so with him being on the soft, he'll be wanting to create a gap to Bazzaboy. You see a small touch, one touch. Nothing too serious.
He is going for it. And
yeah.
he goes down the inside of Milan Massimo, and he gets very close to Avanash, but he doesn't have to back out of anything there. It was a nice clean overtake from Fatality, and now he's going to have Amanash in his sights, and he's very, very close behind, tries to get the switcheroo, and they crash and hit each other. I think that was just a little bit of a... Oh, and that's just destroyed Fatality's race there. I think that was a bit of kick of oversteer from Amanash there, I think.
Yeah, it's one of them corners, so Fatality is going to be having to switch onto possibly the mediums. Yeah, I think he's going on to the mediums.
Yeah, so he's now going to go to the end. We'll see what he can do. I don't know where exactly he's going to come out. Behind Taylor and in front of Mahid will be my guess. Could be pretty close between him and Taylor, actually. I think he's going to come out just behind Taylor, which he does. And Mahid's coming down the start finish now. Yeah, he does. Just gets in front of Mahid. That was close there. So now he's going to have to try and make up some places. Mars has got H. Bosworth in his sights now, and we'll see if he can make a move on the Racing Point driver. And Bazman, of course, Bazman. Sorry, first time I've done that today. Bazaboy is just behind them also. So this is three drivers here fighting over fifth position, and Mars goes through on H. Bosworth, and Bazaboy, is he going to go for a lunge? He does go for the lunge, but he backs out of it just at the last second, and I think that was quite smart driving from Bazaboy there, but he needs to dispatch of H. Bosworth quite quickly, which he is having a go now down the inside of H. Bosworth, and he gives him the space. Nice driving there between those two drivers there for that overtake.
Yeah, that was a good move there. So you see the gap has been increasing between Bazaboy and Ayub. Increased by about 5, 6 to 7 seconds roughly.
Yeah, we'll just take a look at that. Yeah, so it's 23 seconds to Veloce at the minute. And Veloce's, this is looking very, very good for Veloce now. That's what I'm definitely thinking. We have got Mars is still got to keep an eye out on Mars. I think he's still looking pretty interesting out there. Mitch, of course, in second. He's looking pretty good at the minute as well. Got a couple of drivers who are getting rather close, or they have been lapped, I think. So yeah, we've got a couple of drivers at the back that have close to being lapped, and top three, 2 out of the top 3, sorry, all top 3 haven't pitted yet. Top 4 haven't pitted at all yet. Milan Massimo taking those soft tyres quite a long way. There's a overtake there for Phoenix because Stuvacar is into the pit lane and on the soft tyres. So I don't think he's going to be able to go to the end on those, Lee. 14, 15 laps. Tall order.
And
he has to get... And he just got out the way of Veloce, and he has just Veloce has just lapped Stuvacar there, and yeah, that gap, as you said, Lee, is increasing. Milan, Massimo, and Amanash have now pitted. Bazman and Mars are now up to 3rd and 4th. H. Bosworth is now up to 5th. And I think Taylor is going to get out ahead of these drivers as well. I think it might be pretty close between Taylor and Milan Massimo.
Let's see. Oh yes.
And Fatality is now behind Milan Massimo in 8th place. And obviously had to do that extra pit stop, so he's still got some work to do, the Ferrari driver. See if Bazaboy, are we going to see Bazaboy having a look now? He's still keeping in touching distance of Mars on his soft tyres, which is not what Mars really wants at the minute. He needs to be trying to get away from Bazaboy. But Bazaboy is just sticking close behind him at the minute. We're still having a pit stop from Veloce. He's still not going to pit now. He's got Stuvacar right on his gearbox. obviously Supercar is allowed to unlap himself. I don't think he's going to choose to. I think he's just going to be dragged along by the DRS at the moment. Taylor is making a move. There's a three-way battle here, Lee. Going through the third sector. Taylor is in the lead of the group at the minute. Fatality is at the back of the group. Milan is still having a look on Taylor. He's going to go down the inside of turn 17. They touch, and Milan Massimo is out. Big crash. I felt like that could have been the case there. And VSC deployed. No safety car as of yet.
That's a weird one. It appeared to me that Milan Massimo just lost a bit of traction on the curb going around and just got a bit oversteer. But yeah, I'll find out later on.
We will find out later on, but that was a big crash there. That was one of the biggest I've ever seen, actually, I have to say.
Yeah, the car was up in the air and everything.
So Mars is pitted under that VSC, so now we've only got 13 drivers running. We've had 4 out in this race at half distance. Had a few drivers moving up the pack. Bazelboy now into third. Top 2 drivers still need to pit. 24 seconds is still the gap though, Lee.
Yeah, it's that's easily another pit stop, I would think. Because we see Fatality going for a move on Taylor,
which he
stick.
and Taylor just getting right on the gearbox there. I don't think he's going to have a go into the next corner. He sticks his nose in, but Fatality was not phased by that lunge there, and he stuck to his line. He's got Mars up ahead, and these two on very similar age tyres, so I can imagine these guys are going to push up together, wouldn't you say, Lee?
Yeah, I mean, it's just got to try and see what the 5 lap tyres between the 3 of them, all on the medium tyres. So yeah, I'm gonna be a tough one to call.
It will be, and of course these top 2 have not pitted as of yet, so it's going to be interesting to see where they come out, and I'm guessing they're going to try and go on the softs. They've probably got what, 2 or 3 laps more to do to be on the soft tyres. They are fresh set, probably.
Because went and lapped himself.
As I said, he is entitled to do that, and he probably is quite a bit quicker now.
Yeah, I think what I would might be trying to do is use Stovica to give him DRS and just pull him along.
He is a little bit out of his touch and distance though, and of course if he gets back in that touch and distance, the blue flags come out.
Yeah.
So if he gets within DRS range, the blue flags come out anyway. So maybe he's just letting go because he is actually faster, and he was more comfortable with him being ahead than behind. Veloce, another time penalty, so we've got to keep an eye out for that. Fatality makes a move on Bosworth. He's starting to trying to push up. 4th place is just ahead of him now with Mars, and they, as I said, these two are going to try and move up together. Taylor is just behind him here. There's 4 drivers very close together at the minute. And Fatality goes down the inside of Mars, cuts the corner a little bit. I think he got away with it, and has made a move on Mars for 4th position. Another move there, Taylor on Bosworth. I don't know what happened to Bosworth there. He seemed to lose a lot of ground. And we're just going to see what happens with these top 2, Lee, because we could see him coming into the pits any moment now.
I think Bosworth's tyres might be just on the end of their life cycle now. I think that might just be the problem.
That definitely could be the issue.
As we see, Ayub has just entered the pits.
Yep. Veloce is in the pit lane. Is Mitch going to do the same? No, he's not. He's going another lap. So we're going to see what he goes on. Soft tyres for the Renault driver. He's going to the end, Lee, and that's still going to be a bit of a tall order right in the last couple of laps anyway. And Bazboy is just coming round the final corner, and Veloce's going to get out ahead of him, but he's going to see him in the distance, and that is not what Bazboy wanted, but Veloce's got 6 seconds of penalties, so he needs to get a wriggle on. I think it's 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's...
Abanash is overtaken. Bosworth has gone into the pits. Mahid is overtaken him as well because of his pit lane pit stop, and I think Beckett is going to overtake him as well. Yeah, so Bosworth is going to come out in 10th position. Not too far behind Beckett though. So we are waiting to see what Mitch does. I think Mitch is the last man. Not to, oh no, sorry, Beckett hasn't. I think Beckett's pit either. Not too sure.
Give me a minute, I'll let you know. So the only people not to stop yet are Beckett and Mitch.
Okay, Beckett and Mitch not to stop. So we should see Beckett pit any time now onto the soft tyres. And see if he can make up any places at the end of the race. We can keep an eye on Mitch now. I think he's going to dive in the pits. He does dive in the pits. So he's going to go on the soft tyres. And he's going to have a lap newer tyres than Veloce, but I think he's going to take him out just behind Bazboy and in front of Fatality is my guess. And Mitch does now come out of the pit lane. We're going to see if he can catch up to Bazboy in the closing stages of this race. Fatality around the final corner yet, so he's going to come out in front of Fatality. I'm going to say not too far ahead.
Got to say, I'm impressed with a few drivers and their tyre management skills today. I honestly never thought the mediums could go as long as they have made them, so yeah, that's quite impressive.
Yeah, that's been quite impressive. I do agree with you. Mahid, sorry, he's in the pits, goes onto the soft compound of tyre. He's going to come out in front of Phoenix, who will still has a bit of a tall order to manage. Stubacar is on 4-lap old sock. We'll see if Phoenix and Stubacar end up coming towards each other towards the end of the race. Bazboy, to be fair, Phoenix has not had a penalty as of yet, so fair play to him at the minute, and Bazboy is the same, but he's losing ground on Veloce, which is not what he wanted. Obviously it's what Veloce needs to claim this win. Mitch is in 3rd place, yellow flag. It looks like a Ferrari, and Phoenix is spun again. He's got to be careful of other drivers.
Stubacar behind them there. I think he just make sure.
Bazboy's into the pits, Lee. And I don't know where. Oh, safety car! Safety car has been deployed, sorry.
Oh.
That spiced things up at the end of the race, Lee.
Oh. This is getting extra spicy. So now, fortunately enough for Phoenix and Stubacar and a few others like Beckett, Bosworth, and actually this is going to help Beckett most, I would say, because
yes, because he hasn't pit yet. This is a free pit stop. This is a free pit stop for Beckett. So yeah, this has worked out really well for the Alpha driver. Obviously his teammate Stanton has not been able to finish this race. He was out quite early in this race. We've got 12 drivers left out of 16. Well, lap 19 we've got a safety car, and probably out for at least 2 laps.
Taylor just getting a 5-second penalty there, unfortunately, for a collision left from behind.
Well, this has put Bazboy in a very good spot now, and Fatality of course is back into this now after that extra pit stop. So obviously don't always try and go to the end, because you never know what will happen. fatalities, looking like you can still get a really good result out of this, Lee.
Yeah, it's been a bit like a roller coaster, I would say. It's up and down, all over the place really.
I think the two back markers are going to be able to, I think they're going to unlap themselves actually.
Yeah, they'll build, well, yeah, they should be able to.
Oh, and Phoenix has gone onto the medium tyres. I don't know why he's done that.
Maybe just because he's not got a fresh set of soft, unfortunately.
Maybe not. So we are going to wait a little while for those two back markers to come out. Would you just take over just for a second? I'm just on Veloce at the front of the grid anyway.
Yeah, that's no worries. Yeah, so it's been quite interesting, you know. So we've got Veloce Ayub in first place, Mitch in second, Bazaboy in third, fatality, 4th, 5th, H4 Mahide in 6th, Taylor McKenzie in 7th, Mars in 8th, 9th, Avinash, 10th would be fucking hell. Yeah, so 10th Beckett, Stuber 11th, and Phoenix in 12th. We've got 4 drivers who are out at the moment. Or are 4 up to now are out, which is unfortunate. Should maybe do one more lap after this, because then I'll give Stuber and Phoenix a chance to catch back up to the pack, hopefully, but better hope they're taking care of the tyres a little bit. If it's not, then it's going to hinder them a little, maybe not so much Phoenix, but the rest, Stuber will be soft. He's seen a 3-second time penalty, which is unfortunate. Up to now, Bazaboy is the only person on the grid without a penalty. So, safety car in. No, we're going to run the mirror once more. Yeah, so that is definitely going to give Stuber and Phoenix a chance to catch back up to the pack. And hopefully for themselves is pick up some points. Which is Stuber getting another 3-second penalty.
I'm back.
No worries. Yeah, it was just down there up to now. It's only Bazaboy that's not got a penalty.
Ah. Phoenix has now got one where he didn't have one before. Obviously, we're still waiting for them to catch up, aren't we? So we're going to be starting from lap 22.
Yeah, well,
so we're going to have like 7 laps to go.
That's just catching up now.
So
there we go, that'll be.
Yeah, so we've got this lap to go before the end of the race. Oh God, she's got to be careful not to hit the safety car. It'll ruin his whole race. He's obviously in a bit of a sticky situation on penalties. We'll have a look for everyone what the penalty situation is looking like.
Right, so wow.
14 for Taylor. Wow.
Yeah, that's what was just that there. But so let's see, we've got Ayub and Mitch both on 6 seconds. Bazaboy with none. Fatality with 3. H. Bosworth with 6. Mahide with 3. 14 seconds for Taylor. 3 for Mars. Avinash 6 seconds worth. Beckett 9. Same with Stovica. And Lutz with 3.
Ooh, just saw a little bit of ghosting going on there. Fatality overtook Bazaboy for a second, so we're just waiting for them to get under the way. Obviously safety car is in this lap, lights are out, and Veloce is dictating the pace. Tris Smith has left the session, he was here for a little while longer, and Veloce is started the pack off once again. We're going to be on lap 22 and we get underway again. Green flags are now out, and we are racing again in the USA Grand Prix Tuesday night racing, and the 22 have got a little bit of a gap at the moment. We've got to be careful for cold tyres into turn 1. I think we're all looking good, and Mahid's making an overtake on H. Bosworth down the inside, round the outside of turn 2, and Mars 3-second time penalty for Bazaboy. That is not what he wanted. So the playing field is starting to level out through the front 3 now, and he's pushing. He's cut the apex of that corner as well, and I think he's probably got a couple of warnings now by the looks of the way he was driving for a couple of those corners there. So yeah, everyone now has got a penalty. This is real penalty heaven at USA, and we're going to see what happens.
Loving this camera right now with Taylor's car sitting right in the middle of the rear line.
I don't like that camera personally. I don't have that at the minute. So we will just see. Well, I'm looking at position changes. 8 places up is Mitch at the minute. He's having such a good race at the moment. 6 places for H. Bosworth as well. So some of these guys have really had some really good races, really good overtakes in this race at the minute. Actually setting the fastest lap, and I'm surprised that Bazaboy's not closed up the gap a little bit more just yet.
As long as he stays within that 3-second gap.
Say that again, you're very quiet.
Oh, sorry. As long as he stays within a 3-second gap, he'll be safe.
Yeah, he will be. And Mars is having a look on Taylor, and they're getting very close together. It's a very, very tricky place to make an overtake work there. So he did have a go. I don't think there's any damage between the two of them. No, there isn't. So he's just got away with that, I think. So let's see what happens for these last few laps. Everyone has got penalties. Fatality is still in there with a chance after that extra pit stop to get back up to 4th place. Obviously started on pole. Taylor and Mars are fighting once again, and Taylor just squeezing Mars to the outside, and Taylor's gone off the track, and Mars has made that move stick, and Taylor's fighting back again. This is great battling between these two, and Avinash wants to get involved in this party as well, and I think they're all going to start having a little bit of a dance here, Lee.
Yeah, we're getting a bit of fun now.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to do a little bit of a tango here, and H. Bosworth is lost out some time there as well, so there is a bit of a gap between some of these drivers, but we'll stick with this battle going on here for, well, it's going to be 6th position at the minute, and Mars is looking to have a go at Taylor again. Is he going to have another go where he tried before? No, he thinks better of it, and I think he's going to wait for the DRS straight, but Taylor is just within DRS range. As I say that, now he isn't, so now he is vulnerable to Mars. He's got to pick his line really well for this next straight. Long straight exit is crucial. Going to use that overtake button, and I don't think Taylor's going to defend very much this time out and just giving just enough space. They were very, very close together though. As I think Beckett is looking to have a go at Avanash.
Ooh, you see fatality. Buzzer boy.
Yeah, the front two are having a battle. Mitch and Valache are on very similar batteries, so we'll keep an eye out on those two. The front four are still all very close together. I think it's still all to play for, really, Lee, for the win.
Yeah, it is appearing so. I'm thinking maybe possibly Buzzer boy may have it. So if he manages to keep the gap. But with
so
fatality being
no battles at the minute, no overtakes into turn one on this lap. But now on lap 25, we have 4 laps to go in this USA Grand Prix. Valache is in front on the road, but we believe still at the minute Bazalboy is in net first place on penalties at the minute, but that could still be fatality if he gets a move on Bazalboy. I don't know if they know about the penalty situations as of yet. Some drivers may know when listening to us, and but we'll have to wait and see as Bazalboy looks to go defensive against Fatality. I think Fatality is going to go to the outside. He does, and Bazalboy is defending, and they go wheel to wheel through this corner, and they Fatality round the outside, Lee. What a good overtake. Mars and H. Bosworth. Mars makes up a place as well. Beckett and Stuvakar, all the gloves are off now, Lee, into these final couple of laps. Beckett down the inside. Stuvakar switcheroo, and he makes the move on Beckett, but Beckett's fighting back again. This is such a great place for battling, and they're very close together. A bit of wheel banging there, and Stuvakar comes out on top. Phoenix had a good view of that battle going on there. Is Bazalboy going to have a go into turn one? I think it's a little bit too far back. Valache is still in the lead of this race. I really don't know what's going to happen here, Lee.
no, me either. But I see that all the top 4 especially are pushing it to the absolute limit right now.
They are. A lot of these.
Fatality's just got a 3-second time penalty.
He's not going to want that. He's not going to want that. He's not too far behind the front two though, but they haven't got any battery left in the tank anymore. And is Mitch going to have a go this time? He has got DRS to aid him. I think he's still a little bit too far back. He's going to want to try and save some battery. This might be a last lap bonanza here, Lee.
Yeah, it's looking like it. It's quite close, to be honest.
It is very close indeed. This is looking like the closest finish to Tuesday night for a long time. Taylor and Bosworth are having a little battle. This is maybe bringing back memories to Taylor for Tuesday night, and but he has got a huge amount of penalties, so he's just doing this battle for fun. This isn't a competitive battle by any means for Taylor. Front to Avanash. It's got past Bosworth now. Bosworth's obviously made a mistake that we just missed. 2 tenths separate the front two. Mitch looking to have a go down the outside, trying to make it stick. Is he going to go for the switchback? He can't. Pucks it on the apex. Does Valache. And Bazalboy is so close to fatality. I'm still not 100% sure who's going to win this, Lee. We've got 1 3/4 laps to go.
Yeah, it is quite a tough one.
This is getting tense. Mitch is going to have this DRS straight to have a go. Mars, 3-second time penalty, and Mahid had a 3-second time penalty as well. Yeah, Mitch has got 1 more attempt after this straight to have a go down this straight. And he's got no battery left. I'm not sure if he's going to. And Valache is looking pretty comfortable now. I don't really know what's going to happen. And to be fair, fatality is now catching up to the front back of these two now.
In with Bazalboy.
This is yeah, and Basil Boy's right there as well. This could they and Fatality is now in DRS range of Mitch, and there's a yellow flag. There's some action going on towards the back. H. Bosler is having a scrappy final couple of laps. Phoenix is now into the points, Lee.
Nice. He's doing well.
He is starting to do well. Avanash is close behind Taylor as well. This is, as we said, or as I said, going to be a last lap bonanza. Let's see what's going to happen. Here we go. Bazaboy is so close behind. He's going to go for the lunge. He's putting his nose in there, Lee, but he's not had a go just yet. As you said, Veloce though got all that battery to play with on the straight. I don't see Mitch being able to respond to that with a few corners to go in this race, and we're still not sure on penalties what is going to happen. Fatalities now with a DRS range of Mitch. I am super excited for these final few corners, Lee.
Yeah, it's I would have battling out. Thought it was gave Fatality and Bazaboy a bit of a chance to catch back up.
It has.
Bazaboy completely emptying his battery there on that straight.
Yeah, I think Veloce. I'm not sure on penalties though. I'm just honestly, I'm not too sure what's going to happen.
He's got a 3-second time penalty.
Oh no, I think he's definitely lost it now. I'm seriously not sure who's going to win this. It's going to be anyone's guess now. I'm not going to look at the penalty situation for the last couple of corners, and we are going to see Veloce Ayub cross the line in first place to win on the road, but I don't think he's going to win overall. Mitch goes in first. Face that, Bazaboy wins the USA Grand Prix on Tuesday Night Racing with Mitch in second place. Veloce is coming home in third place with Fatality in fourth. That was a great end to this race. Mars in fifth, Mahid in sixth, seventh is Avanash Human, 8th, 6th and 7th for the Haas drivers. Phoenix is come out in 8th. Great performance for his first time out, especially with a couple of spins to get some points. Fair play to Phoenix. Beckett comes home in 9th. 10th is Taylor McKenzie. I couldn't catch the last two there, but that was a fantastic last couple of laps, Lee.
Got to say, round of applause to all the drivers there. That was mad.
And I would agree with the game now. I think Mitch does deserve driver of the day. Would you like to put a post out if they want to do some interviews?
On it.
Yeah, so we see Bazaroy win this race with Mitch in second and Veloce in third. Yes, it just goes through the standards one last time. Bazaboy takes his maiden win. Great performance, Lee, seeing as he wasn't able to finish even lap one of the last race. And Mitch in second place, Veloce in third, Fatality fourth, Mars is fifth, sixth is Mahid Avanash is in seventh, eighth is Phoenix, ninth is Beckett, 10th is Taylor McKenzie, H. Bosworth is in 11th, 12th is Stubakar, Milan Massimo. Milan Massino, it was the first driver not to finish. Drismic is in 14th, 15th is Shifter, who also didn't finish, and final person in the order was Stantan, who also did not finish. So are the drivers up for interviews, or?
Yeah, 2 seconds, so I think you may need to add a couple of them to
So who have we got, Lee? We've got Well, I've got the 3 of them.
Cool.
Well, we've already lost Bari, so we're not going to be able to speak to the winner. Right, Veloce, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So, commiserations on your 3rd place. That was a bit unlucky. I didn't know where you had a couple of penalties towards the end, didn't you? Yeah, well, I think you're still right up there at the top of the standings anyway. But that was I think that was a really good race today, actually. It was the closest I think we've had in TNR.
Sorry, could I just interrupt? Ayub, could you make sure in your party settings that you've got your voice set to share?
Party screen.
Stream.
No worries.
Yeah, I have it on allowed.
We good?
Yep.
Yeah, anyway, so we'll go back to the start. So commiserations on your 3rd place. Obviously you came first on the road, but penalties dropped you down to 3rd. How did you find that race went though, about the penalties?
I mean, the first thing, I was struggling. In the first sector I couldn't keep up with I guess fatality fatality, and then as the stint went on I got stronger and stronger, and then I pitted for softs, but then the safety car screwed me over, and with the penalties I then went back to P3.
Yes, we did say it wasn't really what you wanted or what you would have really wanted, because you had a really good gap actually to Bazboy. We were quite surprised that he didn't close out the gap before he pit stopped, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
But
I could have saved my tires with that gap on the softs and could have made it till the end of the race, but it's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's just racing, isn't it? At the end of the day, you get good luck and bad luck sometimes. Anyway, so we'll see you next time out in Vietnam next week for round 6.
Just got to say, before you go there, really well done on your tyre management.
Yeah,
that was incredible. Making them mediums last, what was it, 17 laps?
Yeah, it was. I was like 70% on the rear left, so yeah.
Yeah.
Tough.
Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, it was very, very good. Anyway, thanks to Veloce. Obviously, it's the only Veloce we had in the party today. No one else wanted to do an interview, so thanks for joining us for that. Obviously, make sure to check out yesterday's race from Monday Night Racing in Vietnam. We've got the Tea Time League on Friday. That's at 9 o'clock with Gaz. I think, where's that next week, Lee? Monaco, I think, isn't it, this week?
Yes. Hell.
So yeah, Monaco Friday, back to Monday Night Racing next Monday in Great Britain. So we're going home, and Tuesday night obviously Vietnam next week for round 6. So yeah, make sure to like, share and subscribe the video, and we'll see you on Friday for tea time.